What's up guys, it's Nick. Today we're going to be checking out some of the cleanest GT86 builds out right now. If you stick around to the end of the video, we're going to be going on a short little trip through Tokyo together. I recently found this bakery by my house that's been owned and operated by an American dude for the past 30 years, and I thought it'd be a cool little bonus to show you guys that are interested in the Japan content, so yeah, anyways, let's get into it. I don't know about you guys, but it smells a little bit fishy in here. It must be our friend Vince, because we got the Salmon mobile right here. Look at this thing, immaculate. I would have never expected to like this color this much, but man, has Vince proved me wrong. This is it right here. Supernova orange is the color, and he perfected it. Starting from the outside, he did something we like to see on this channel, which is get creative with a lot of different aero pieces. We've got a classy, gritty lip on the front, feeding into a set of TRD skirts on the side. You think you had me, boys, huh? I know these aren't TRD skirts. This is 326 power. So the way you can tell the difference between the TRD and 326 power side skirts is by looking really close at them and noticing that the 326 ones are much more powerful. While the 326 ones are a bit more pronounced in some areas, a little bit more dramatic on the lines, like you can see that ridge line right there if you look really closely. Overall, honestly, I think I like them better than the TRD ones, but the only downside I can see really is that the 326 ones are, I think they're made of fiberglass, so they're probably a little bit easier to break than the OEM plasticky ones from Toyota, but that doesn't matter. We care about style here, so whatever. He capped off the rear of the Salmon with some BRZ STI spats. They had a very subtle flare and just bring those side skirts all the way to the back. We got an OEM wing that we can see he later removed for a more slick back look. I definitely agree with this decision. It came out very clean. We can't skip over the aero mirrors. Very nice touch. The vinyl on the car also matches the clean and simple aesthetic. It's very underpronounced and adds a nice accent along with the silver Toyota badge and OEM headlights. The simple black strip on the windshield is also very tasteful and I'm sure helps a little bit with the sun in your eyes. We got the Work GT5 wheels in a matte bronze right here. Very underrated wheel and a solid choice if you're looking for some 5 spokes. Kind of reminds me of some other wheels. But no, these are great. They also come in a GT silver and even a 3-piece option. Anyways, really nice ride height, not too low, not too high for a daily driver. I'm digging it. Vince brought the classiness inside of the car with the Momo steering wheel, strapped up tightly to a Workspell Night Runner collab tilt hub and a Bride Zeta 1 seat. By far the classiest piece on this vehicle has to be that NR style sticker, man. I wonder where you can get one of those. Next up, we have Bridget's car, which is the absolute best execution of the Urus Haridashi kit outside of Japan, in my opinion. She did a great job pairing the kit with a few other aero pieces like the TRD fender garnishes and aero mirrors. I also really love that sparkly white wrap that she threw on there. It looks like it's got a bit of like a yellow pearl in it, but no, that's really nice. Looks like she skipped out on the Urus wing, but either way, solid. Nice ride height, and I'm sure you've spotted those tri-spoke wheels. They're hard to miss. These are Trial Zelda Magnums, and they are not an easy wheel to get your hands on. Here are a few pictures of some older chassis rocking these wheels. And this was Trial Japan's Celica from back in the day. Pretty cool. Despite it being a much newer car, I think a lot of these older wheels look pretty damn awesome on the GT86. Perfect automobile. Here's a cute cat. We're kind of focusing more on enthusiast builds today, not really shop builds, but here's a quick little bonus, something I wanted to show you guys that I thought you'd like. This is some really rare aero from early on in the GT86's life. I'm not sure how much of it was produced. There's not really a whole lot of information about it on the internet. This is the CS body system car, and the brand of aero is called Chrome. And man, do I love this shit. And the kit aside, I mean, the brand of the aero being called Chrome, I mean, does it get any cooler than that? That's not just a lip there on an FRS bumper. Take a closer look and you'll see that's an entirely different bumper. It has kind of this square mouth and those 2 air duct holes up near the Toyota badge. Man, those are so damn cool. This is the kind of aero that I feel like was a bit ahead of its time. If it came out today, maybe it'd be a little more popular. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like a lot of that 2000s styling is coming back now. You know, everything runs as a cycle. And I feel like people can more appreciate these styling cues right now. Whereas when the FRS first came out, all people were doing was like Rocket Bunny kits and those little lunch tray ass lips. So yeah, everything about this lip kit is so clean. The rear spats kind of look a bit like the first gen Modelista ones. And that S15 looking wing, that's good. Anyways, let's move back to one more enthusiast build before we go on our little Tokyo adventure. Y'all let me know if you want to see more of these shop builds, because I've got a stack of old GT86 magazines filled with these cars, so I can just go through and pick some out and we can look at them together. Asher, congratulations. You're the first stance build we're looking at on this channel. Would this even be considered a stance build? I don't know. It's just a clean street build. It looks awesome. Anyways, whatever. I think one word to describe this car is just satisfying. It's just so damn satisfying to look at. Everything falls into place so perfectly. He used so many of my favorite parts from that Modelista lip kit. Front bumper being Gen 2 and then rear spats being Gen 1. It's such a good combination. To the chrome Colin TYC taillights on the back, and my favorite 3-piece wheels of all time, the SSR Minervas. And all of you guys need to be applauding this man in the comments for doing everything in his power to keep those side markers on. No excuses. This man is lip defender, and he's found a way to keep his side markers on. At least for these pictures. I know it can be impossible to keep these things on there, especially once you go super low. Nothing I hate more than seeing just like a build that's perfect in every way, but there's no side markers and there's just like a big ass gap on the fender. All jokes aside, solid build, man. This is beautiful. All right, enough with the best chassis ever created. Let's get out of here. We're headed to Nakano in Tokyo to explore and find some good ass food. Let's go. Alright guys, here we are in Nakano. So Nakano is one of the 23 wards within Tokyo, and this is Nakano Station, where most of the popular spots are in the ward. It's known especially for its nightlife, lots of little narrow streets with izakaya bars, girls bars, and a wide variety of delicious food. I love coming here on the weekends and just walking into a random shop to try. Checking out different food spots around Tokyo is probably my favorite thing to do on the weekends with my wife, so I come here a lot, honestly. And Nakano is also known for its otaku heaven, which is Nakano Broadway. It's a really nerdy area filled with a bunch of retro game shops, anime stores. Basically, when you think of Akihabara, this is kind of like a mini Akihabara. We'll stop there a little later, but you guys know the main goal today is to go check out that American bakery. So right as we stepped out of the train station, I noticed some construction. If you like architecture like me, you will never get bored walking around Tokyo. Pretty much every day you'll come across a new building style you've never seen before, or just some crazy juxtaposition. This half torn apart building that looks like something out of Akira or Dorohedoro, just sitting in front of this absolutely beautiful brand new office building or apartment building. I don't know what it is. Alright, so this is the little bar district I was talking about earlier. It looks much cooler at night, so maybe I'll have to come back and do a little vlog for you guys. You okay, man? Oh. We stopped at a Vietnamese spot for lunch. We'd never tried it before. It's pretty damn good. Still haven't been able to find a place that beats the places I used to go to in Houston, but I'm still looking. This one was really good, honestly. Then we headed over to Nakano Broadway to check out some retro Game Boy games, because that's like a little side hobby I have besides the car stuff. I saw some pretty cool items, like some sealed Game Boy games, but the prices made me really happy. I bought everything I ever really want back in 2019 before the thing hit and made all the prices of everything, including car stuff, absolutely ass. So yeah, it's just cool to go in there and look, because I don't know, I like looking at that old stuff. It's kind of nostalgic. There's always some weird ass shit in the shopping center, man. I definitely recommend you guys check it out if you come to Japan. What the hell is that? I need that outfit. All right, let's head to the bakery. Here it is, Kyle's Good Finds. So the story here is that the owner, Kyle, worked in New York City as a photographer back in the day. Now this place has been around for 30 years, so let's say this was probably like 35 years ago. He was in New York City trying to be a photographer, trying to make it, and he went to a Japanese restaurant, sushi restaurant, and fell in love with Japan basically, and that's why he just decided, screw it, I'm going to Japan. Before the internet, there were no influencers like showing Kyle like, this is what you gotta do when you come to Japan. Just took up and left to a random country that not a lot of people were doing that back then, especially. Like, you see people moving to Japan now, but like 30 years ago, nah, man. So big respect for Kyle for just like following his dreams. He basically started out in Japan like with only like, I think there was an article I read that said he had about $300 in his pocket when he moved here, which is crazy. And he was basically selling baked goods out of his apartment as like a side hustle. One of his friends eventually helped him open up this shop right here, and he's been here ever since for the past 30 years. So when I saw a video about him on the internet, I'm like, man, I gotta go check this out. Isn't that such a cool story? Kyle makes a very small but absolutely perfected selection of baked goods every day. He's got like 5 specialties. His carrot cake is the most popular one, and I knew I had to get myself a slice of that. I'm from Texas, so I had to get some pecan pie too, and I went ahead and threw a slice of cherry pie and a brownie in there as well. Kyle was super nice. Went back home, ate it. Everything was absolutely delicious. Had a nice cup of tea, relaxed, filmed this video, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you had a good time. Make sure to leave a like and comment your favorite flavor of goldfish down below. Bye.